When I hear Torna in my head, it's like SpongeBob saying, "Hi, Kevin." That's just what I imagine. Ferrari. Okay. Cool. Hey, real quick, Ictus, I need you to go to the YouTube stream and tell me if you hear the music. If you hear the music, I'm gonna explode. Aga. Oh, dude, the controller woes never end. I have a new controller coming in today. I think there's 2 new controllers coming in today, actually. I have a new Xbox controller, and I have a box. Your twin is leveling up. Same, bro. Same. Oh, no. What are you trying now? You guys will love this one. It's this new Xbox controller. And Lone, we'll start in a minute here. I'm sorry, I'm running behind. My buddy was reading about this controller. This is an Xbox controller that is $20 that has it has 2000 hertz minimum, Hall effect triggers, and it has a locking mechanism for the trigger. Vader hater. It's too expensive and heavy. There's no point. It gets I refuse to buy a controller where you have a little knob on the stick. That's the thing that breaks. I watched Gek play on a controller with duct tape for 6 months. I'm never buying one of those. It's never happening. That shit is actually a scam. Knockoffs are, yeah, the knockoffs are crazy. Then it works on everything and can be wireless if you wanted to. And then most importantly, you guys see this little like circle thing around here? So like this right here, this means I can replace the gate to be an octagon, which I have extras of that should fit this because it's a clone. So that means I'll be able to make these octagon gates. In theory, it should be here today while I'm live. So we'll find out together if that's the case. But yeah, it's $20. Should fit this, Clueless. Yeah, and when it doesn't, I die. I just die. Manifesting a functioning controller for you. Thank you. Yeah, I have my GameCube controller in, I will call it, semi-functioning condition now. I've had to change the stick and a couple other things, as you guys can see here, but it's in semi-functioning condition. And then I broke the ribbon cable for the Switch Procon 2. So I will not be playing on that anymore. Yo, hop on the submarine controller deck. What does that mean? Yeah, I'm just a semi-high level zetter. What's wrong with your controller, Lone? Are you going to Evo with a broken controller? I'm gonna explode you. Pissing me off and going back to Xbox. Yeah, dude, PlayStation is not it. Like, official ones are not. I broke the stick. Oh, fuck, you did tell me that. Did you order a new one? Like, it was just the stick, like the physical stick, not the box, right? Oh, dude. Shipped a friend's controller. Okay, good. Waddles uses PlayStation, and I don't know how he hasn't crashed out about it yet. Give it a few more weeks. Yo, what's up, Benny? How you doing, bud? These kids in their endless wonder. Yeah, I just want a controller that works, man. I just want to plug it in, and it just fucking work, man. Yeah, Benny, hope you've been well, my friend. Yo, Benny, no jets. No jets. That's without the jets. Benny with hold the jets. Damn, what's up? How you doing, bud? Let me catch up on some things here. Also, at any point today, if I get pinged by Evo, I have to stop what I'm doing and immediately solve that. Because I want it done. Held on so hard, the rubber and plastic. Nice, nice. Hi, Viviana. Also, Viviana, gay. Anyway, how much stream do you think we're getting for Evo? I don't know. I don't know, man. We don't. They haven't told me anything like that. I'm not a TO, so I have no power over any of that. They're unable to go to Evo, but vibes got me playing around. I was going, hell yeah. Outcast, thank you for the prime. By the way, guys, don't forget, if you want coaching for Evo, now is literally your last chance. Now, wait, oh my god, I heard it. Wait, did you guys hear it? Did I fix it? Did I finally fix it? No way. Wait, I need to test. Stop the music. Did you hear that? Please say yes. Yes, I finally fixed it. Oh my god. Guys, let me explain. So I got this new mixer thing, right? And it destroyed. It literally, like, there's a bug with how it came out in the software it's with that deleted all the old audio settings. So it broke everything I had set up when I plugged it in. It's like the best product I've ever bought, but it did that and it made me really upset. Okay, anyways, I should probably start coaching Lone and doing my job. So let's get Lone in here. Oh, nice. My Chud streamer is life. Hello, Shibanu. How are we doing? Yeah, I would explode. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I only saw one reviewer mention it too. And I was like, damn, did we just get that unlucky? Like, we're the only ones who were, like, actually using the program prior. Yeah, the lamp is just kind of like that for now. We're gonna figure that out later. We're zeking it. What's up, Jiro? By the way, also, last thing. You all owe me a fucking meal combo with a drink. And you owe me and Pixie Gang Stereo for doing the seeding for Evo. And I have been doing the majority of the conflicts. So I've read every single conflict that you guys have sent. Every single one of them. So you guys getting mad? Fuck you. Now fuck Pixie. True! That's right. Fuck Anthony. Let me mark as unread. Okay, let me fix this really quick. But yeah, if anyone wants coaching before Evo, you need to get that figured out like today, because my schedule is going to fill up very quickly in the next 24 hours. Please do that. Please do that. You messaged me. Yes, you did. Thank you. What about coaching after Evo? I'm going to be taking a week or two off. So anyone that schedules for after Evo, there's a chance I cancel it. So if you are going to schedule for after Evo, do it after the first week and a half of July. Because the first week of July is also my birthday. July 2nd is my birthday. So I'll probably do some streaming for fun and less working that week. Happy birthday. Too early. We still got 2 weeks. Okay. Where's Lone? We gotta get started. Anyone else birthing their day? Happy birthday. What do you think the best day of the week to be born? Wednesday. It's always Wednesday. Because then you can celebrate it the week before or the week after. Wait. Don't say that, RD. Don't do that. I have too many games. I got back into Destiny, dude. I'm not ready now for Classic to come out. Don't manifest that. All right. Let's fucking start. I need to lock in. Classic MS. I need it so bad. Your birthday's in March? Bummer. Not a summer birthday. Specifically, July is the best month to be born. Your birthday does not change. All right, let's get started. Hello?
Yo.
How we doing?
Good, right?
But you are very quiet.
Am I?
Get that mic closer to you, bud.
Oh, it's touching. Hold on. Let me check. Discord likes to change my mic settings.
Yeah, if your Windows updated, it did.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
It keeps swapping over to my camera instead of
You want to know the trick?
Huh?
Go into your Windows recording devices and just disable the camera mic.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah. Me telling the IT guy what to do. Let's go.
Hey, I do networking now. I don't touch the external controls.
You don't have to touch fuck ass Windows.
Yeah, I don't touch the Windows no more.
God.
I touch the wires.
Yeah. God, I wish. Okay. So, my friend, what do you got for me? Number one, what character are you playing for Evo? We've had conversations. I know you talked to Sly about this as well. Where are we at? I don't know.
I am playing Slade.
Okay.
Fully.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I tried playing Goblin and Maple for a bit,
Mhm.
and I was having the same situation where the whole reason I swapped off of Maple, where I was just getting bored while I play. So I was like, I'd rather just play Slade and have fun.
Yeah, that's totally valid. As long as you're okay with that.
So I'm happy. So
Yeah, you did get buffs.
yeah. I did make it a goal to get back to Master on Slade, and it took a lot longer than I wanted, but I finally did it. So
Nice.
I'm at least at that point. I
Okay.
think my issues right now are primarily I feel like my play consistency is kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can hang with good players, but I could also lose to less good players. And I feel like I have to be locked in the entire time instead of just like being able to autopilot against, the people who I should be 2-0ing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I drop my guard at all, like I will lose games.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go into Evo or, well, I have a bunch of tournaments coming up.
Mhm.
Having to be using 100% of my brain power 100% of the time,
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah.
And then another thing I have is I feel like, although I'm recognizing situations and things that people are doing, I am not adapting to them fast enough for like a BO3 or BO5 type set. Like I'll notice it right away.
Yeah.
But I won't make the change until game 6, game 5.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's where I'm at with it.
Okay. So, did you review these ahead of time, the Bowler and the Shadow sessions?
No. I did not.
Shaking my fucking head. Did you write anything down while you were playing it or no?
No, me and Buller have been playing a ton.
Yes. Yes, I heard about that.
So we typically have discussions afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But that's as far as I've.
So
really
what
gone.
have you and him been talking about? Let's let's reflect now on that while I'm kind of watching this on the side here. Let me pull up the screen share for you. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Yep. Yeah.
Let me scroll back and see what we got.
Mhm.
A lot of it was like we've had a lot of discussion with like what upgrades would be best against Claren.
Okay.
And I think we've kind of deduced that like Tether is pretty good for zoning Claren out and also helping with recoveries and whatnot. We've talked a lot about like what because Average Alex is playing Slade. So what he's been doing because he's been beating Bowler pretty consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Reviewing VODs of him and seeing like, oh, he's doing a lot of like.
Oh, so you guys have been doing VOD review together?
We haven't. We've talked about the VODs and then I've watched them separately.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
We've talked about doing VOD review. We were actually gonna do it for I think this VOD. But something came up and I had to leave.
Yeah.
So I couldn't stick around.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's a lot of like comparing our slates, I guess. He does say he thinks I have the best recovery of the slates he's played, which is nice. But there's obviously more to that.
Mm-hmm. So, what have you like actionably been practicing lately? What has been on your to-do list?
A lot of my practice has been with playing around with the items. I've been doing a lot more tier to try to control neutral more.
Mm-hmm.
As well as on the same wavelength, that glide toss down into follow up and trying to figure out what follow ups work, what don't. Trying to break some habits of like autopiloting into up tilt because Maple. Even though up tilt is very good in certain situations, like down strong is better. Yeah. And like, kind of getting used to that too. Just like using smash attacks willy nilly, like there, even just like using a smash.
No, if you believe that like they're gonna be in that space, just like being willing to just like hit them harder. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I mean on top of that, I've been working on just stuff like we've talked about, like holding down. 100% and stuff like that.
Yeah. How is your practice with Yes. How has your practice with floor hugging and like low percent play been going?
I think it's been going better. I still tend to. I think this is also part of my like autopilot issue. Is like I typically have to actively think about it, and I'll be like, oh no, I'm shielding too much. I have to be holding
Yeah.
down, blah blah blah. And then by that time, I'm out of CC range, and I have to remember for next stock.
Mhm. Yeah.
But also on the contrary, I've been kind of shielding more for GT throws at a shield.
Mhm.
Which isn't bad, but I also have to remember, the whole floor hug thing. I was
Yeah.
telling Bowler this. I kind of go into a loop where it's like I'll remember to floor hug, but then I'll forget.
You get like too focused on
like-
doing it.
Yeah, and then I don't run away enough, right?
Oh,
And
so you're
I'm-
like
and I'm just
you're
getting-
like getting yourself hit too much. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'll remember that, and I'll swap to that. But now I'm shielding too much because I'm overthinking, and I've kind of been going in a cycle like that of like trying to remember everything.
Do we know the knockdown for Zaire?
I don't think it does knockdown.
No.
If it does, I've never seen it.
Hey, someone in chat, go find the number. Oh, wait, it's there. Okay, holy shit, that's
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, it's more of just keeping space.
Yeah, okay,
And then
that makes sense.
It does help
Yeah,
with recovery.
I just
too.
wanted to know
Like,
for sure. I was like, I've never checked that. So,
yeah, no,
now that I know
I've
that.
never had.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny. I didn't realize that.
Wall cling's
Um,
very good for recovery too. So
Cool.
especially because it's not once per airtime like Maple. Like if
Yeah.
you get hit, you can just wall cling again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the big thing I want to talk about is just like this kind of scenario where like going for the Zashak completely fine, but the mistake is like you're not floor hugging while you're doing these things. And I think that's the issue is like you're too fixated on like anticipating a certain end result and trying to like go faster where like we both know hitting that dash attack at that percent is like generous enough that like it's fine. We don't need to like try to be faster. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're just like doing some shit down here. Okay.
Oh, I always do shit down there.
You've gotten a lot more comfortable on the wall, it seems, which is really nice to
Oh,
see.
Yeah, because I keep dying at 30 and having to figure it out.
Hey, you do what you gotta.
Yeah, I got there eventually.
Yeah, no, it's good. I am noticing that you're getting shield grabbed a
Hey
lot.
y'all, how are we doing today?
Like, that is something that I'm definitely seeing is an issue at the moment, is just a handful of times that you're getting hit is because of you getting shield grabbed. Is this something that you've observed in your own gameplay?
I've noticed me trying to hit shield too much. Not necessarily shield grab, but just like punish out of shield in general.
Yeah,
Where like I'm trying to treat Nair as a safe tool, and it's generally safe, but it's not like, oh, I could just hit shield whenever willy-nilly with it and stuff like that. Same with back air. But so yeah, I have noticed that I've been getting punished out of shield a lot more.
yeah. I think you're definitely just swinging at shield too much, and or potentially just having the item weird. It's weird to say because I've encouraged you a lot to use more items, but like potentially too much. Where the fuck did the item go? You threw it up under the platform there, right?
It landed on platform.
Okay, that's when you threw it. I was just trying to see where you threw it. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of moments like this where it's like you need to just be willing to like throw, and like I think you're trying too hard to like mix people out of shield, where like something that we need to thrive in and take advantage of is especially these higher percents where you can just like opt to start just like forward throwing people, and then there's like the mix up of doing that or down throw or back throw depending on the character's like weight and fall speed. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think this is something that is very much missing in your gameplay when your opponent is at higher percent, is they're kind of shield camping you because you're pulling item too much. Because it is very good when you have the item in your hit. Like, objectively, it is good. Someone who's really good at this that I think you should play with that can help you practice this specifically is Jorg. He's really good about, like, shield camping when someone has the item in their hand. And it forces you to have to be a lot more creative with how you glide toss or foregoing glide tossing it. And like, do you remember the rule for what I said for if you have the item in your hand too long and you don't know what to do with it?
Yeah, throw it up.
Throw it up.
Or
And I
just
think
get-
that's the
yeah.
thing you're not doing enough of, just in me passively watching this. Because there was that time where I saw you try to like glide toss and do it, but it was like he was already running at you. So like that meant if he was running at you that you should have thrown it at him. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
you were thinking too hard about what to do with the item instead of looking at him for the cue for what to do with the item. You don't need to like guess right and do something with the item. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're zooming with those items off stage. It's nice to see. Yeah, I think that's really the big thing is just like the way you're playing around shield and just like swinging a little bit too preemptively. Oh yeah, that's not true.
Yeah, and it is, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And then like scraps like this. Yeah, we got stuck there. We definitely needed to like, I see you jumping out of shield just a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah.
And I do wish in moments like this that you would opt to one, make sure that like if you are going to hit somebody like this is a situation where we would do like a reverse back air or like a full drift nair, because we're not fast enough to go and cover this like meaningfully, especially if he had tech there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then on the flip side,
back air. Yeah.
yeah, on the flip side, you also could have just forward aired. I think forward air would have been
See, I was
really
thinking
good
up
here.
air.
I don't think you're gonna get anything off this up air. It's not gonna kill. It's not gonna combo.
fair,
I think forward air would have just been like the easiest thing to do there. I like the idea of hitting him on the plat in that moment, but I think it was one of those things like you went for the read instead of accepting that like once you did this, the way you did this nair, because you didn't drift forward with the nair and hitfall like this, that means that you don't get to RTC if he techs. So you have to run over and react to if he techs, which you kind of did, but you ended up reading his getup being neutral getup or rolling in instead of going, okay, he didn't tech, now I'm gonna react. Because then you also could have gotten a forward air here again, which would have been really good. And it would have hit him very, very far. Because he would have been holding out. Make
Yeah, I
sense?
feel like and I feel like one of the things that I really that I have noticed with like inconsistency of play, I feel like when I feel on, like my advantage state is like really good, and then when I don't, like I feel like I'm just getting straight hits always.
What I want you to do is like, especially moments like that where it's just like the 1-2 confirms, we need to end our combos. I forget if we talked about this in our last session, but understanding that it's like we want to hit a finisher. The goal is to be like, okay, I want to end and be like, where am I putting you? And it be like genuinely meaningful. And if that just means that we're just gonna end with a forward air and then go like, oh, I could have pushed further in this kind of situation later, because something like that, if he was at like a lower percent, we could have pushed that really hard.
Yeah.
But at that higher percent, it probably was just better to like, one, like the nair isn't bad, but we needed to actually do the nair with the intention of hard reacting instead of reading in any capacity, because we can reach that platform. That makes sense.
Yes.
Or just starting to end combos unfair earlier. I think we're doing too long of a combo and like trying to overcook when we just need to hit the guy hard when they're at the numbers red. It sounds silly, but it's really important, and especially in this matchup where ideally we're just trying to put her off stage and force her to have to up B, and he's been up Bing a lot.
Yeah.
So we should be ending with combos with fair and like F tilt and like F smash way more. Make sense?
Yeah, and we've talked about that. We didn't talk about it last time, but we've talked about it with Maple and specifically up air. And I've transitioned to like, I've been messing around with like trying to end with down air after up air strings.
Yep, same thing. Yeah, like that could have been a down air also. I think that's another example. Like it could have been down air, could have been fair, and just like doing that earlier because it just does a lot of percent and puts them where you want. And if they're at a high enough percent, like if you hit him there at like 90 and then he flipped his DI, he might have just died, like genuinely. And so it's little things like that that I think are really important to like look for opportunities like that. The next thing I kind of want to talk about real quick before we go too deep on that one topic is moments like this where like when you miss your punish, it's like one, especially when people are on plat, you need to just up smash people. You don't have time to be doing this shit. Especially like if you shield on accident, just do it out of shield. It's a big move. It hits him there for sure.
Yeah.
We saw you just try to up smash it before. That makes sense.
Yep.
And I really think you're defaulting to nair out of shield too much, where like that was definitely like a back air or an up B, like straight up.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Because like right here, it's like you jump and you nair again, like right here. Like, I think you're just trying. Yeah. Oh, you're trying to glide toss.
Yeah, glide toss.
Yeah. So I think you're just too eager to swing aggressively out of shield in those moments where it's like sometimes you have to accept like in this moment I might have to get grabbed. As well as like trying to do it away from the opponent. I think you're too pilled on like glide tossing towards people now.
Yeah.
It's really good, but sometimes all we need to do is be like, please get off me, and like force the reset with that.
Yeah.
Especially now where it's like you're at knockdown % for all of your items, so it doesn't matter what item you get. You could pull Shuriken now, and it's just as valuable.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yep.
That's another thing too. We've talked a lot about like, oh, at higher percents you can start to pull tier and like and things like that more. But like we actually can be really smart about our money and think about like all the times you've pulled tier when he's over 100% where you could have been throwing Shuriken instead.
Yeah. No, that's true, yeah.
And I think that's something that is really not understood because all that money that you wasted pulling tier means you could have gotten wing boots in this game. Makes sense?
Yeah, no, that makes
Ooh,
sense.
we whiffed hitting shield there. That sucks.
I also need to actually learn Shuriken drag down. Shuriken knockdown %.
Yeah. Yeah, like here, I'm glad you bought Dare, but it feels very desperation, where like that could have been something we did way earlier. You've also forgone using Zaire in this game because you pulled tier too much.
Yeah, I didn't have the money, yeah.
Yep. How much is sorry, how much is the Zaire again?
1,000.
1,000. Okay, thank you. Also, you definitely have a habit of jumping after you pull item, by the way. You don't have to jump when you do it, for the record. Keep that in mind.
You mean off stage or just in general?
Off stage, yes. So like when you get hit, like you do this, you don't actually need to gain height here. You need to go closer to the stage. So you jumping is actually bad because what we needed to do was go low. I'm pretty sure because you jump
I
like.
get what you're saying, but that's that's AGT up. That's not jump.
Did you jump? I thought you jumped.
No, the jump happened after. See.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder
just
if
get
you
that-
just didn't need to AGT up then. I think that was the
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah,
'Cause
I
where's your jump?
I still believe you're correct.
Oh, there's
but
the jump.
happened
Here it
there,
is. Yeah. This is definitely thinking like it's just the way you're using jump with it. I don't like. Like you're not prioritizing the wall correctly, in those moments, and you're burning jump and air dodge way too early. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That is definitely like the big standouts that I'm seeing from this one. So let me switch us over here. This is Project Shadow. So what did he play? Who did he play against you throughout this?
It was just this one Galvin game, and the rest were. We played a lot of games. I only recorded because I wasn't recording at the time, so I just
Gotcha.
Went back.
Yeah.
So I only took a handful of them, but.
Yeah. So tell me about this session.
I thought it actually went pretty well.
Mhm.
I think he adapted later on in the sets, but I was doing pretty well beforehand. I feel like I have a grasp on what Olympia does to Slade and what I can do to Olympia. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
what were the actual things that you internalized that what is your game plan? Like, put it to words. What are we playing around?
So Olympia, I play around that she's going to be grounded a lot. So from the first stock, you'll see like glide toss down, down strong. I'll prioritize the dare upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And just try to get her up because she's combo food. Like,
Yeah.
if I can get an up strong, I get up strong into a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Up strong, down strong. Everything.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah,
Yeah,
my
like
main
here's a
priority is
moment
just
actually
general.
where it's like the item is actually dude, hello. Okay, there we go. Where you use the item like and kind of get distracted by it, for example. So like here, you like shouldn't have had it in your hand because you lost your moves and you didn't like you weren't prepared to Z drop and like try to swing and hit her away. You're like moving too much here because you're like using this where it's like you're in her space there. You're gonna get stuffed by nair and up air. And you need your nair and things like that to stuff her out. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then this specific sequence and how you move here, go past and back up. Do not double jump and go back in for the same exact reason. You will lose this war with your moves because they are too slow. You need to prioritize the actual space that you're picking between, and like how far you're trying to place yourself away from her. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I should just after going over just reset.
Yeah, like you need to be backing up. Like I want you to think about the way like Claren fights this character, right? Where it's like you're being the sword character. And I think that's the thing that's missing in your gameplay. The only big thing that I'm not seeing from both of these players, which has me a little concerned, is neither of them really are grabbing the ledge at all in like any capacity when edgeguarding you. You're definitely getting a lot of like respect with going to the ledge.
Yeah.
And so that's something to just like be mindful of, like the difference in how we can and can't recover. Oh, that's so funny. If they are holding the ledge. So make sure you're not like, make sure you're actually looking at your opponent when you're, starting to do the glide toss. Because the moments when Boulder was like standing really close to ledge or was on the ledge, it changed dramatically, like not in your favor.
Yeah.
It's strong, man, unfortunate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is awesome. This character's so cool, man. Anyways,
This is my type of character, right?
Yeah, no, it is. The thing I will say is you're definitely just like, you need to really think about integrating ledge dash grab. This is definitely like proof that it's just like you're hitting shield too much as like the answer, and just getting bullied for it way too much. This is something we're seeing in both of these, where like in both these matchups, out of shield is very important because that's how we lock them down. Like that's how we get them off of us and like get proper control of tempo without just hitting them with the items. Is like when we get to hit their shield correctly. That makes sense.
Yep.
I want you to think about this matchup kind of in the same vein as like when we talked about fighting Zedder, where it's like you want to be swatting her away. And I think like that's the part where you're kind of fumbling, where like these moments here, it's like you should never be trying to meet her in the middle. Like right here where you go towards her, it's just wrong. You don't get to do that because she can do this. Because Zetterburn would have done the same exact thing to you here. That makes sense?
Right. Yeah.
Remember, we want to try correlate and try not look at things like too singularly. This is very much in that same vein of like what Zetterburn would be trying to do here. Yeah, and then there you did your get up there instead of a ledge dash. Oh, okay. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, I like that. Oh, you got way too distracted by the gem.
It's shiny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do not like these side Bs you're doing.
Okay.
I really think most of the time here, it should just be like F tilt or up tilt. Like, watch this. Up tilt hit every time. F tilt hit like majority of the time in these scenarios. Because he messed up his input there, but we know what he was trying to do, and you would have been hit if he did it correctly.
Yeah, I was going for like the upward hit of side B2, and it's just wrong.
And like the okay. The other thing to keep in mind too is like, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, you mentioned a lot about like, you know, Olympia is going to be really grounded and things like that. But in this context, Shadow is jumping a lot and doing a lot of aerials, actually. He's not dash attacking, really. Because he doesn't have to. You're not making him have to. And so you said like later he kind of like does a little bit better, right?
Yep.
I definitely want to see like the difference in that. Nice, that was really good. Why are you doing these neutral get-ups?
It's probably a misinput.
Okay, you've just done it a lot. Like a lot. I think I've counted like 10. So that's something I really want you to keep in mind. It's like we gotta slow down when we're grabbing the ledge to not buffer, okay?
Yeah.
Because they did make that harder to do, and you're still doing it, so you're definitely inputting something incorrectly. Yeah, so see this, like you're running forward and you're not like, okay, I'm gonna smack you. You're like, nope, I'm scared. And then you're not holding shield when you're doing that. So then, or like holding down when you're doing that. So then you're just getting hit and then losing all semblance of control. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And this like bouncing around her thing, this is the mistake. It's like that. This doesn't work. You need to hit her with the hard hit. And again, it's like, use your sword. I think you're trying to scrap too hard with her and like do like really like cheeky reads instead of like actually trying to engage. And it's like moments like this where you're like trying too hard to hit him instead of like you need to grab the ledge, and he like super punished you for holding out there to try and get like the edge cancel and stuff, and that's twice he did it there. You're fixating way too hard instead of just like hitting his shield there and grabbing the ledge, because he's shielding and parrying, not standing and parrying. So that means he doesn't get to F smash you. And even then, we just tech the F smash. It's like not real at all.
Right.
That's only scary on Harbor. Nice. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The fun ended. Good DI. I hate this move, dude.
It's
just the whimsy killer. Just the fucking whimsy killer. It's so good. I do think like I need you to treat at hitting this not as like, ooh, I'm gonna try to catch you now. It's like hard react to what they press here.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I think like this is really good where it's like now you're moving, but again, it's like this way you're jumping around him is unfortunately not very good because you're not like covering yourself properly for the fact that like he can just jump and like cover a lot of space with Nair. That Nair is like really dominating you, and like yeah, he is at now edge guarding you way harder. Immediately see how everything changed the moment he started grabbing ledge and reacting. Like we both understand that's when it's a lot harder. Yeah. And I think that's the issue. Damn, you guys played a lot of games on Harbor. I don't think you should play this matchup on Harbor unless they really
random.
No, I know. Yeah, I don't
casual.
think this is a good one to play on Harbor. That's the last one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How do we feel about all that?
I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah, let's recap for me.
Kind of internalize it. Bad jumps, getting caught with item too much. I'm ledge get-upping too much. Yeah,
and then we're glide tossing towards the opponent too much and like not on reaction.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and learn shuriken knockdown percent.
Yeah. We can check that right now.
I did while we were doing it. It's
yeah,
like
I just want to know it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a later number. Yeah, like 150-ish. Oh no, wait, throw is 86, so it's like 100. Yeah, 100 is an easy number to remember. Yeah, so that's really important to be like, oh cool, I just throw shuriken now. Like,
yeah,
really important, really important. It also low key is like harder to react to because it like doesn't hit them as hard. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and also they don't have 5 seconds to react to what item I'm pulling.
Yep, exactly. So there's a lot more opportunity to come from that. Okay, so we have a little less than 30 minutes. Do you want to play some online?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. Surely my controller doesn't have snapback today. Surely.
And then I think the one thing I didn't mention,
Mhm.
that I think is also more so a problem with me using Slade than it has been for other characters
Uh-huh.
is like, and it's just with Slade mechanics, is like character matchups versus player matchups,
Yes.
and being able to adapt to that, because like I can have a game plan, a general game plan where like
Rivals of
items
Ether,
really good into
2.
fleet, but then you verse a fleet that played PM Link and,
And they're a
you're
lot more
getting
comfortable,
crossbow.
like, yeah.
Exactly, and then it's like, oh, maybe I don't do that, and it's like,
Yeah, you just need to
recognizing
skill
and
check people
adapting.
more. Yeah, like you
Yeah.
really just need to be looking more objectively instead of like, this is the right answer. And just like that it's more nuanced. That makes sense?
yeah,
Like, that's
It's
just
the
the
same
big
thing
thing. You got to treat it more like that. The same thing with
Yeah.
Shield. Like, it's just like Shield. It's just like floor hugging. Like, it's all the stuff that we're familiar with.
yeah. It's the same thing with like the down air. Like, that's such a like a skill check for people if people know the range.
Yeah.
Sorry, I accidentally hit store and now it's taking them.
Yeah, yeah. You got to load up the whole story. Guys, you're not allowed to say the word Eliana in my chat. That's banned. That's actually bannable. Can someone time that out for like 10 seconds? I don't want to see that. That's a trigger word for me. What's the backdrop on yours?
It's the one that you get for the
Choose your rival.
for the summer event.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be like waves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I've played way too much Slade.
Yeah,
I'm already gold.
that checks out, dude. You're a freak. You, my friend,
Well-
are indeed a freak. Who are you seated into?
Oh yeah, so remember how I sent you the screenshot of you just hate me, and then it was Saw Step with Fleet,
Yeah.
and then you were doing some changes yesterday,
Yeah.
and now I have more fleets.
That's awesome. Which ones do you have now?
Wuffy,
Yes. Okay, you're in that path. Okay.
yeah, Wuffy, Saw Step, and then in Losers it's not Fleet, but
Cool.
Rockwall.
Rockwall.
I was talking with Kyle's
Ready?
team today to see if I can get
Go!
some Fleet games going.
Nice.
Why did I do that?
Whoops. Nice. Nice. Oh, nice. You caught my DI there. Good. That was very good.
Those uppies way too early.
Yeah, no, you caught my DI. That was really, really good. I really like that.
Ho Dojo. Ready? Go!
Remember the wall. I'm pretty sure you still had your air dodge there. Hold down. When you dash attack, hold down every time. I grabbed that item from so far. Oops. This is the best maple skin, chat. Shut up.
No, it's not.
This is the best maple skin, dude. I'm peeled. Nice. No. Yeah. Oh, you almost cheesed me. Okay, so the big thing I need you to think about is, like, you saw what I was showing you there, where it's just like you're constantly getting knocked up by dash attack, like, really early, and it's because I'm hitting you like as you're jumping, as you're pressing a button, and it's just like realizing that, like, you need to be swinging more, because what we're seeing when you're like trying too hard to like anticipate, as well as like when you're gonna do forward air, like, if you're gonna do a retreating forward air, you need to like do it and fast fall and like hold down. Like, you need to be anticipating being hit when you're doing that. Same with your dash attacks. Like, if you're gonna dash attack and go through shield, just do it and hold down and just let go of your C stick or your A button when you do it. Just do it and hold down, because you can fully react to that move hitting. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Merchant port. Ready? Go!
Oh, you did not land on plat.
Oops, air dodge.
There you go. Have the sword. Focus on the sword right now. The item's not going to do anything right now. Nice. Caught me. Oh yeah, you can do that. Good bait. There you go. Yes. Good. Nice. Don't sequence off it. No, you got distracted by the item. And you're gonna die for it.
Yeah.
That sword. You have a sword. That is the primary. You're treating it like imagine you're playing like an FPS, right? And it's like
Choose your
we're playing
right.
Halo. You got the BR in your hand. Why are we using the Magnum when they're at full health? Right? Like, there's no reason to do that. Does that make sense?
What plasma sword?
Dude, listen, man. Listen. You got the plasma sword in your primary, man. They're running at you. Just hit it. Now, Magnum sucks in Halo 3. We're talking about Halo 3. The other games don't matter.
I don't even play Halo. I just know what
Yeah.
plasma sword is.
Yeah,
I
the
play
energy
COD,
sword is awesome. Use the energy sword, man. It's in your. It's got limited ammo. We're restarting.
Ready? Go!
Stop at the side B. Remember that.
That'd be just like my fastest thing that I have. At least that'd be
But-
one.
But like, you're just doing it too much.
That's fair. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that's fine. It's when you do like the two, like you're just hard committing to it.
Yeah. A lot of times what I'll do is like I'll do the 2 and I'll be like, well surely he's thinking I'm gonna end on the 2 and then I'll
Yeah.
do the 3rd and I just get hit.
Yeah.
Stop facing well.
There we go. That was much better. Nice. Good. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Good. Much better recovery that time.
Yeah.
Careful about your money.
Oh, that not what I pressed at all.
Nice. That was very good. Oh, I didn't get my side B input. That sucks. Yeah, that was good. And I like that you didn't panic. That was the big thing. You just went to the wall. Like, that's the thing. It's like, we need to just go to the wall and figure it out in moments like that. When I'm there, you need to be prepared. And the big thing you just have to be careful about, and I showed you that in the first game, which was like, that wall jump, you can't do wall jump into action really slowly if I can invincibly drop into an aerial. Because that's the target then. That makes sense?
Right. Yeah, because I was aiming for to recatch the shuriken, but yeah, you can just reverse fair.
Reverse fair in air, and you'll just die if you don't have a jump.
Yeah, and those are the type of things where it's like I think the slow adaptation's coming into play, where it's like I'm recognizing, yes, I'm getting hit by it,
Yeah.
but then I'm not like changing my recovery route until
Yeah.
it happens like a couple of times, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh well, I've already lost the BO3 because it happened 3
Yeah.
times.
Exactly. Yeah. 1 second, I have to check a seating thing.
Yeah.
It never ends.
Oh, do you want me to put one in? Just so
No,
I can
no,
say,
it's- I would
don't wanna
love for
play
you to do
against
that.
Fleets.
Yeah, I'd love for you to put one in. Yeah.
That way you can deny me immediately because they're all West Coast.
Okay, that should be done. Okay, let's do one more, and then we're gonna recap one more time. Okay.
All right.
I think that'll be good, just so I don't overload you today. What character would you like me to go?
Olympia's fine.
Okay.
Olympia.
I was gonna say Absa, but I'm playing. I should be playing Shadowhawk tomorrow. So
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, that'll
Armada
be perfect.
flagship.
Oh, hey, Chef Q.
Ready? Go!
Oh, ho, ho. Oh.
God, I love sex kicks.
Yeah, me too. God, I love I can do that. You got it, bud. I'll call you Q. Good DI. Use that sword. There you go. Yes. Take the space. Yes. Sure. See, there, it's like you're defaulting to doing like roll a lot, where it's like you probably could have done a different getup and punished me, or even like ledge dash. I feel like you're just not ledge dashing a lot. Grab me. Good uppy. Good. I hate that shit. That's the kind of shit you should be doing. I'm not gonna lie. Just you gotta check people.
I started doing that actually recently because like you have to time the downer relatively decently to get it on a ledge or on a shield drop. I'm dead.
Ah! No. That's fine. That's okay. All right, let's recap. What are we taking from today?
Use my sword more.
Mm-hmm.
Less items.
Because it's like we need to be aware of like why we're doing the items and like
Right.
why they're working. And it's like when someone is like moving less or like not just like mindlessly like short hopping or dashing at you, it's a lot harder to hit an item. But there were times even when I was dash dancing and then you would just like hit me with an item to like change the tempo, like using it with that intent more instead of just like item good at this range. I'm supposed to pull an item. And it's just like sometimes, like I told you, I was like, just forward air out of the corner and just be like, just give me this space. Be like, I have big move, get away from my big move. And like recognizing that like that is what's going to solve this, not you glide tossing.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to use glide tossing as like just a shortcut, and I'm not doing it for the correct reason. Yeah.
Exactly. What else?
I already said big sword. Jumping out of shield a lot.
Yeah.
When going around, actually like fully commit to a reset instead of trying to go back in.
Yep.
Recover closer to the wall when they can just blow me up. I think that was everything I had.
And make sure you do your recovery on the wall like quickly, like climb the wall. The goal is to stick to the wall. Try not to rely on like wall jump and then slowly doing another thing. Don't get too caught up in that. Be mindful of like how recovering changes when they hang from ledge versus when they stand near the ledge.
Yeah, because I know like one situation that I can think of off the top of my head where I've been struggling is like Rano off stage. Like when I'm trying to recover.
Yeah, that one's kind of just evil. Yeah. That one's just kind of evil. That's where like where we do want to try like going high and like mixing up using a jump and an aerial glide toss up and doing things like that. and mixing up from there. Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's something I want you to experiment in like your practice. Is like how to go about recovering high. Also, like being mindful of ways you can recover high without having to use your double jump, because you can air glide toss and then air dodge and like things like that, or then jump and then wave land and like things like that onto the stage and or like through them and things like that. Definitely like try to get creative with that. It doesn't always have to be I have to hit you.
Is it better if I'm recovering high? Is it better to use air dodge and save double jump, even though air dodge is used for glide tossing?
It all depends. There's not a right answer there.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it just really depends on like what's happening in the game, you know?
Yeah.
It's open-ended, and that's where we got to get creative. Because
Makes
we
sense.
definitely, like, we're getting better now at going low, which is awesome, because that's the hardest one to deal with. But there are characters like Rano where, like, just like how your character's really good at edge guarding and, like, playing people on the wall and things like that, he's even better there. And so it's like,
Yeah.
that's the thing that's tough. And, like, learning how to... The big thing you really want to practice against, like, Rano is, like, glide tossing up and being like, I'm going to tech. I have no intention of hitting you with this. Or, like, up being and, like, getting hit by him and teching the wall and up being again. The goal is to just get height on the wall. It's kind of like, have you seen like what Loxodons do, where they just like up B, get hit, and then tech and up B again? Like, or you saw me do it to you that one time as
I'm
Olympia.
sure I have seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, like the idea is like up B with the purpose of like baiting them to hit you, and then get hit, tech, and up B and force your way through now, because now they're not invincible anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because just like how if you remember me teaching with that with like Olympia, like way back, or like Maple, remember we talked about that, where it's like the thing Enbad would do, where he would like side B into the wall, get hit, and then up B, tech, and then up B again through them.
Yeah.
You can do the exact same thing. You like glide toss into the wall, and then just like the goal is to just bait them to hit you. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. And
Okay.
also, like, Edalus is also really bad. But that's for different reasons.
Dude, I say this with my whole heart. I wish I had an answer for you, man. I think
Yeah,
that
I
matchup
know.
is fucked up. I will tell you, in particular, Nair is really good in that matchup.
On stage it is, yeah.
Yeah. Like on stage, like in neutral, your Nair actually beats dash attack. Like actually.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The only person who has done this to me and proven it to be true is Ron Gunshoe. We played like 2 games, and it was the only time I've ever fought a Slade in that matchup who felt like they were actually playing the game with me. So I would encourage you to reach out to him and go, hey, could you help me better understand Slade versus Edalus? Could I get your advice on that? And I'm sure he could happily sit down and explain it to you in 5 minutes. Better than I would.
Yeah, I didn't even know he played Slade.
Well, he doesn't. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
He liked Link, but he doesn't play Slade. But he gets it. He understands like how to use the Nair to like beat dash attack. All right. Any final questions?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Cool. This will be on the YouTube live stream, so you'll be able to rewatch it there. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Sounds good.
All right. Good luck. Peace.
See ya.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. And then we'll keep going. Let me see if I can run some ads real quick before I get up. I can. Enjoy the ads. Okay. We're back. It's a banger song. Okay. Church. Where are you? The Church of the Bell. Okay. I'm just gonna check my packages. They're coming. This one, right? Okay. I think I have one other package. Ooh. How do we like that last session? Ooh. Time to see my twin crash out. You guys are so mean. Okay. Hello.
Or can you
Oh. You like cut out there.
oh, I see. Am I coming in clear?
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay. How's it going?
I'm good. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. Had a good day at work. Did a lot of
Nice.
things.
Nice. Love to hear that. So
Ate a burrito.
nice.
Good.
So you, my friend, have been very eager for this session lately. Thank you for your
I'm-
patience.
Yeah, no, of course. Thank you for such like short notice and stuff. I know you're really busy and stuff.
No, it's all good.
I
We were able
appreciate
to make it work. All right, my friend. So tell me about yourself. Tell me your background in like other competitive games. If you've ever gotten coaching
None.
before, all that stuff.
I've never really played another plat fighter before this one.
Okay.
Uh, I've never gotten formal coaching before ever. I
Nice.
guess I've out of you with friends sometimes. Shout out
Mhm.
Michael Nines, but nothing like professionally done
Okay.
really.
What made you want to
This
get
is the
coaching?
best. I'm just very frustrated. I guess I don't know. I just want to improve and like, bro, salt posting on Twitter is not the method. So I'm like, I need to
No.
stop being
Yeah.
good and actually like move forward to try
Mhm.
to get better. Like, stop bitching and start improving. So I was
Yes.
like, okay, how does one improve? And I was like, oh, it's Zeke. Everyone knows Zeke's the guy to go to when you want to get good.
Okay. So what have
So
you
I
been
was
getting
like-
frustrated about? Tell me about that.
I don't. I feel like it's hard to put into words. I don't know. Sometimes I feel cheated. Sometimes I feel like I have to work a lot harder than my opponent does. I don't know. I think I'm just making a lot of mistakes that I don't
Mhm.
know are mistakes, and then I'm
Mhm.
like, why isn't this working? So I
So-
need like a second opinion.
Give me an example of like a moment where you like feel cheated.
After Slipstream hitting me, and it stops what move I'm doing. I've
Okay.
definitely lost many sets because I'm about to finish them, and then they hit me with slip. Does like 1%, and it stops my move, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Okay. So
But that's just on me. I guess.
yeah. No. Of course. The big thing that we have to keep in mind, and like this is kind of like a funny anecdote that I like to tell a lot of people, is like there will always be things in a game like this that piss you off. Just like
Yeah.
there will be things that it's like, I don't like that this does this. But no amount of like not liking it makes it like solve a problem in any way, which is something that I can tell you understand.
Exactly.
But the thing is like finding peace with it and understanding that it's like these are the rules of like how they work. Because when we are fighting stuff like this and like getting frustrated, what you're doing is you're fighting the game, not your opponent. That's not going to solve
Yeah.
anything because you're fighting the game and you can't beat the game. there's no solving the game at all, because our opponent doesn't have to follow the same rules or what you know, that we do, or things like that. People have a lot of like freedom of choice, agency, and how they can act and things like that, right? And understanding that very like clearly is really, really important, because what we have to think about is not always like, it's not always like we don't get to do what we want all the time. Like, that's the most important thing, is like, I thought I could do X, but because they picked A, it was wrong. And it's like, well, was X actually an option available to me, or did I need to pick X first? Like, small things like that can be really important, because it allows us to be more what's the word I want to use? It allows us to be more like responsible in our own decision making, again, to look at things more objectively rather than looking at them in the sense of like, oh, this is stupid, and things like that, where it's like, oh, I like didn't have to do that. And it's recognizing like the decisions that we make and how it impacts in the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the biggest thing. But one thing I really want you to internalize is like, I like that you like had a specific thing where it's like the way Slipstream hits me when I'm pressing a move and it makes my move stop. Like, that is something that is very frustrating. And let's rewind, where it's like, okay, let's demystify Slipstream, right? Where it's like, okay, they can't always throw Slipstream. It can be on cooldown, right? So being aware of like when they can and can't do it means that that can affect their decision making. So that's like a resource that we have to be mindful of while playing, right? It's similar to something like, it's the same idea as like Olympia Gem can do that to you, right? It's the same exact idea. And so this concept is something that we kind of have to learn. And it could even be something like Maple Dash Attack can technically do this to you, even though it like, because it like slips in and it hits you from really far away, like things like that, where it's like moves can interrupt moves. And I think internalizing that as like a concept is really important to realize, like, it's not just Slipstream. There are lots of things like this in different ways, and sometimes they're projectile and sometimes it's not, and being like, this isn't that crazy. Your dash attack does the same thing if you think about it. Your rock does the same thing, right? If I dash in and I try to dash attack as Olympia and I do it a little too slow and your rock hits me, I get hit by your rock during the startup frames.
Cool.
But it can definitely be frustrating sometimes. But it's like understanding, it's like, okay, when my opponent has slip out, the rules are a little different. Okay. The big one is like what we can and can't do, setting like the do's and the don'ts. And so it's like, we don't want to just like be pressing a lot of buttons and like trying to swing a lot when they have Slipstream. We're trying to like bait them to throw the Slipstream and doing something like parrying or like floor hugging it, or maybe even shielding it and things like that to play off of, rather than trying to just like swing and cover ourselves out of fear. Because like, if Raster is all the way like halfway across the stage, why are we swinging and getting our move beat by Slipstream? Or even like as he's running towards us, it's like, oh, in this moment I shouldn't engage in this fight from this angle where I'm like in line with him, because he has Slipstream and I have to account for the Slipstream. Because the thing is, like, you could floor hug it and then hit him for doing it because he's stuck throwing it. That makes sense?
That does make sense, yes.
And so this is the big thing, is like, it's really easy to look at something and like, in this specific way, this is annoying. And it's like another really good example of this is like, oh, it's really annoying when like my opponent like techs my back air on the wall. Let's like use that as an example of like, we drop from ledge and we back air and they tech. Well, it's like, well, how could we alleviate that, do you think? In the context of like that exercise we just did, what could we do instead with that kind of situation to make this problem happen less?
Cargo instead.
Yeah, there you go. See, we're getting creative now, right? Where it's like, you could just drop in cargo and try to do that. Or let's go like a step back. What if we focus more on making it harder for them to get to the wall and put more effort into that? Or be more creative in the timing that we're dropping from ledge and like doing certain attacks, and like the suggestion you give, picking different options that we present as well. Because you could drop and back air at the same time and like hit the late back air. Or what if you drop and back aired later? Or what if you dropped and you down aired? Or what if you dropped and you turn around cargoed? Like I love that you're thinking things like creatively like that. Like that's the kind of stuff I want you to do. Is like trying to not be like, how do I do this in this situation? It's like sometimes you can't. And it's both like up to the game. Like the game says that that's possible. It's like you can't do X in this situation, but it's on your opponent to show you that you're not allowed to do that, or that it's hard to do that. That makes sense. Because if you're playing like a player that's not as good, you could probably just drop from ledge and back air 100 times and they'll miss the tech every time. But if you're playing a really good player and they show you like, hey, I'm teching your back air from the ledge, maybe we got to get more creative in how we're going about that entire situation. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely had situations in where that I'll rinse and repeat a situation like that, and they'll like pick the correct options each time. And I'm like, okay, I've gotta change what I'm doing. One thing that I do when I'm playing, okay, this is really silly, but I remember this YouTube video I really like. It had this one quote that I use all the time. It's like, I've got to change the way I think about blank, and then I insert the situation.
That's
and
awesome.
I'll sit there for a
I love
second,
that.
I'm like, what do I do differently right now?
Yeah.
So
what you're doing is called a refocus cue, where you're like redirecting your attention from like, I'm frustrated that this isn't working, or like the thing I want to do isn't letting me do what I want. And instead you're taking yourself and putting yourself back into the moment and like focusing on like playing. What I want you to think about is like winning is a byproduct of playing the game. And it's not about playing good or doing the right things. It's about playing the game. Because if we play the game and we are observant, we can win naturally. It's not about like playing good, hypothetically, because that means nothing in like the grand scheme of things. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
This is a really important thing to remember, is like winning is always a byproduct, because if we are losing to somebody, there is always a reason why. And it could be lots of reasons. It could be one. It could be like, I always miss this exact specific tech and they're playing for it. Well, you got. They figured it out and they found something that you were bad at. And that's okay. It's okay to be bad at something like that. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense to me.
All right, let's play a little bit. Let me make a lobby.
Oh.
Does
Sure.
Chicago work for you?
Yeah, sure. Chicago works for me. That's all good. How have you been doing today, Zeke?
Oh, it's been a fun day today. I had an electrician come to fix the wiring in my house, and it's fixed now, which is good. My breaker was popping a bunch yesterday from my air conditioner. So thankfully it's not 90 degrees in my room anymore.
Oh, that is good. That is really good.
Yeah, but besides that, can't complain.
Can't complain. That is good. That is good. My room's always really cold because I live in the basement.
Oh, there you go. Been there. Love the good basement built-in air conditioning underground.
Oh yeah, it's real nice. Okay, let me join this code real quick. Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay, blah 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 blue.
Leo, I don't think you legally can have a basement.
Now we're just waiting.
Yeah.
Waiting over. Hashtag awesome.
Choose your rival.
Okay, what are some matchups that you're comfortable in, and what are some matchups that you're not very comfortable in?
Comfortable in? My favorite one to play is Rasko.
Okay.
But my least favorite one, you know my least favorite one.
Oh, dude, I heard you love Zetterburn. He's like your favorite character, right?
My favorite. He's my favorite character. I love Zetterburn. He's so awesome.
Let's play game or two, see what you're doing, and then we'll go from there, okay?
No refinery.
Okay.
Ready? Go!
No way.
Game.
Ooh. Okay.
We'll do one more before I say anything, okay?
Okay. So I should I have warmed up for this? This is my first time.
No, it's okay. You're all good. Don't worry about it. You don't have to
Choose your
apologize.
Okay.
Fire
That's right.
capital. Ready? Go!
Good.
I just feel like I haven't pulled it off like that.
Yeah.
This is why I need to warm up.
Oh, I did not get my grab there.
Ooh. That's a good way.
Thank you.
Congrats on finishing the Evo CD.
Good grab.
Thank you.
Ooh.
No way! Well,
Oopsie daisy. Okay.
oopsie. Alright.
All right, my friend. How did those games feel for you?
I feel
Choose
very
your life.
rigid.
Yeah. Why? What? Besides, like,
Yeah.
you know, you mentioned, you know, you're a little not warmed up, but besides that, like, what makes you feel that way?
Uh, I don't know. I just wasn't doing what I normally do. I think I didn't use rock at all,
Mm-hmm.
which I normally use a little bit better in this matchup. But IDK,
You want to know what I think it
Yeah.
is?
what do you think?
I think you're a little uncomfortable,
uncomfortable?
which is totally normal when you're playing. And like, I think what happens is like when we get uncomfortable or nervous or frustrated, like we experience like that side of like that negative emotion, and that could be frustration, anger, whatever. It manifests into our gameplay in different ways. And the way that it manifests in yours is that you fixate really hard into trying to hit me back, like regardless of the context of like the percent. And then the other thing is like when you do hit me, it feels like you're trying too hard to like cheese me instead of like doing the simple things. So like, for example, there were a lot of times you like grabbed me in the corner and I'd be at like between 20 and like 50 and you would just back throw me and try to like go for a read and like not even really like pressure me off stage or anything like that, where it's like I'm at like 20, you can down throw me or maybe even up throw, like if there's a plat, like be creative, but like down throw 100% works. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What I want you to think
I don't
about
know.
is like the idea of like we want to mix things up and do things like that, but you did that every time in that scenario. Anytime
Yeah.
you grab me to the ledge, you threw me off stage. And like it makes sense in a lot of cases, but what I want you to do is like do things that work because the game says it works. If the game says that you get a down throw here and you get a down throw into a dash attack and get some percent, or like a down throw into like a fair and just get percent and good stage presence, because you could have done like, let's say you did like down throw fair, pull a rock. That's awesome. That's so awesome. But when you just back throw me and then you dash back and it's like you can't do anything because now I'm actionable so early, what was the point? Right?
Yeah.
Where you completely missed out on an opportunity. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Something I want you to think about is like the idea of like simplicity, okay? One of the things that's really nice about Crag is that there are a lot of scenarios where it's like you hit like the starter and it's like, okay, I can go A route, B route, or C route. And then sometimes it's like the only thing here is A route. I down throw and you're at 100% and I just run and do an up smasher or a forward air depending on the percent and the DI. Like the DI tells you the answer. So what I want you to think about is the idea of like when you don't know what to do, let the game tell you what to do. I think you're trying too hard to like be right instead of, again, like I said, it's like playing the game out. That makes sense?
Mhm.
There's a really
Okay, that
important
makes sense.
there's a really important skill that we can grow, which is called narration, which is just like saying what you're seeing while you're playing, and not yourself, but what your opponent is doing. Because the way we make decisions is based on what we see, not what we want to do. That makes sense?
Mhm.
And I think
see.
this is the point where we're kind of lost. Like, I think you lean too hard on the like, I think this is the right thing to do.
Oh no, you read me. I
Yeah.
feel like that is what I do.
Yeah, where you're like, this is the good thing to do here, instead of just like, this just works because the game says it works. The game said that this combos, so I'm gonna do it. The game says I get to nair you out of shield here, so I'm gonna nair you out of shield. The game said I get to dash attack you, so I'm gonna dash attack you. And looking at things more like simplistic. We want to simplify the game instead of trying to like, I think you're trying to run before you can walk. Does that make sense?
No, that totally makes sense because this is like my first flat fighter.
Yes.
I have a lot of sense of, I don't know. I need to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a lot of sense of I'm a lot worse than everyone else, so
No.
I feel bad about it. So I'm like,
it's
oh, I need
super
to get
valid.
good like everyone else.
No, it's super valid.
Yeah.
And like, dude, everybody feels this way in different ways. Dude, when I practice with some of the top players, I feel that way. It happens. I get 3-stocked by people all the time. It happens. We're human. And like, this game is hard. That's the most important. This game is hard. There are things that are easy conceptually, but everybody's brain works differently.
Mhm.
And that means there are things that are naturally going to click for you that don't click for other people, and vice versa. There are going to be things that click for other people that don't click for you. And especially things are a lot harder because this is your first time playing in the genre. So the most important thing you can do is like, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Take your time ironing these things out. It's tough when a lot of our peers and like fellow players are really good and really like confident and things like that. And we need to build that confidence and enjoy the process of doing that.
It's very true. Improvement isn't linear in such
It's
and
not.
so.
It is the hills and the valleys where you'll get good at something and improve and reach a new hill. And then once you get there, you're going to find something that you're struggling with or that you're bad at or whatever it is, or you don't understand. And what you do is you go down into that valley. And then after you hit that valley and you work your way through that, you're up on another hill, and that hill is higher. We are always getting better. We don't get worse. It just gets harder. Does that make sense?
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah. Okay, let's play another game. And I want you to just think about like
Hyperborean
why something hits or why you get hit by something. That makes sense?
Go!
Okay, got it.
What you had to do there was break my pillar to get your wall jump back.
I see. I was like, I should have done something else. Yeah.
That's okay. That was a really unique interaction, so that's all right. Nice. There you go.
Whoa.
You went for some craziness.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to cargo. I was just trying to stay on the pillar and grab.
Oh, I see.
I jumped off on it.
Game!
Awesome.
That's okay. We're gonna do another one, okay?
Okay.
Choose your rival.
Stage is evil anyway. Stage.
Jules fail.
What do you mean that was the best stage in the game?
Ready?
That's true.
Go!
Oops, I didn't get to cancel. Interesting, that didn't break your pillar.
Yeah. He needs it. He needs it.
There we go. Nice.
Thank you.
Good tech.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh! Reverse hit me.
What? The shards didn't hit you?
No.
So surprised.
No, I'm dead. Oh wait,
Wait,
you
no,
saved me. Oh wait.
Oh, never mind. Not quite what I was going for, but still the same end effect. Yeah.
Oops, I messed up. I made a fatal mistake.
Wait! Oh no, I made a bigger mistake. Why did I special get up? Oh, I special get up too much. That was definitely a fault.
Yep.
Game.
No,
You,
I
my
did
friend,
not.
struggle with something called sequencing. Okay?
Oh no, I've been told this.
Sequencing
I've
is when
definitely
we
told
pair actions together as if they're like always true. And
Choose your right.
this is something that you like have defaults for like how you act and play in certain scenarios where it's like you mentioned like, oh, I special get up too much. And it's like, that's a big one where it's like, you really just shouldn't be pressing that button. You should be understanding like why. The thing that you need to ask yourself more, and the hard part in platform fighters is like, why can be really broad. And so we want to start looking at things in more like simplistic ways of like when and why moves are like good. And sometimes it's like the frame data. Sometimes it's like how safe a move is. Sometimes it's how big a move is. Sometimes it's all of the above. Krag is a character that has a lot of these things. And usually the ones that do like make a lot of sense. The best example of this would be like your forward air. Your forward air is a good move for a lot of reasons. It's really big. It's really safe. And most importantly, it knocks down really early, specifically on the early hit. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so like understanding like knockdowns and tumbles of like where moves are like important, because that's when they like do what we want, right? This is really, really important. I'm going to give you an example of like a move like down tilt. When do you think your down tilt tumbles, like knocks down?
I have no idea.
Right? That's bad.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of times where you like floor hug and down tilt and then you get punished because it didn't knock me down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is very like, we don't want to go too deep into like every single move, but understanding like the good buttons or the quick buttons so that we know when they knock down. Your dash attack is another one where it's like we have to have a general idea of like when this move actually knocks down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So something like your dash attack, the way tumble percent works, for the record, is based on weight. So the heavier a character is, the later that percent is. So it'll show a threshold of like 35 to 44 for your dash attack, right? So 35 would be the lightest character, which would be Raster, and then 44 would be Loxodont, because he's the heaviest character. That makes sense?
Okay. Yeah.
And so like Krag in like the Ditto, dash attack would knock down like 44 or 43. That makes sense.
Mhm.
And so this is a big thing to kind of internalize, is like there are certain moves where it's like it's not the right time to press that move yet. And there are different, like you can use dash attack at lower percent and mix up things like jab, but when you actually use it at the point when it knocks people down, that's very different. So I want to show you the difference. Okay. Are you familiar with what forced knockdown is?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to show you something really cool here. So go ahead and hit me with 2 forward airs. 1, 2. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taunt, and I'm gonna hold down while I'm taunting so that I'll be floor hugging, and then I want you to forward air me during the taunt. Ready?
Okay.
So you see that I slammed into the ground, right?
Mhm.
What that is when you floor hug something, but you're in the tumble percent for that move, it knocks you down onto the ground. Or for example, if you just forward air me, go ahead and forward air me, and I'm not holding down, it hits me out, right? Because I'm not floor hugging towards the ground. When I'm floor hugging towards the ground, that's what allows things like arms attacking. That makes sense?
I see. Yeah.
Now, there's another thing that's really important. When I'm on the ground like this and I'm holding down, go ahead and hit me with a down tilt. So you notice there, I flashed blue like I would for a floor hug, right?
I see.
Now, the thing is, I floor hugged, but because I'm holding down and you hit me with a move that doesn't tumble me yet, but isn't a jab, it knocks me down again. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So for example,
Yes.
if you were to jab me, so go ahead and jab me, even though I'm holding down, it would then initiate me to do a get up option. So I could do normal get up or roll. That makes sense?
I see. Okay.
So understanding this is really important because this is what we're looking for. So for example, your down tilt doesn't knock me down until 84. So for example, go ahead and get me to 84. Just go ahead and just like, yeah, perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to taunt, and then I want you to down tilt me. And you see, now it knocks me down. But if I'm going to reset, and then now I'm going to taunt, and you're going to hit me, it doesn't knock me down. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And so with that in mind, it's not safe. Because the other thing that's really important here is I want to talk about floor hugging, is whenever you floor hug something, it will turn you around to face the side that you got hit. So for example, I want you to down tilt me.
Oh.
That's how that functions. That makes sense?
Oh, I see now.
So something that I think would benefit you a lot, that would go a really long way, isn't the most fun thing, but on the Dragdown wiki, there was a group of sections called mechanics. And I want you to do a proper read through of just all these things, because what it will also help you learn is the vernacular, the keywords that people use for different concepts and different tech. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, so read the mechanics page.
Yes, this is your most important piece of homework is to read that over. Okay.
Okay, I got that.
As well as going to Krag's page and just familiarizing yourself with a couple of his knockdowns that are really important. So number 1 would be your forward air. Your forward air is a really, really important one to know when it knocks down. And what's awesome is it's great. It knocks down 18 to 24. So everyone in the game gets knocked down by him at 24%. Does that make sense?
I see.
And that's awesome. That's 2 forward
That is
airs.
awesome. Yeah,
And
it
now
is.
the way Cake puts it, I really, really like. And he refers to the idea of building percent and how knockdowns work to unlocking moves. Because you can use forward air and push somebody back really far when they floor hug something, right? But once it's knocking down, the power and the pressure of that move increases so much more, because the threat isn't just, oh, they get hit harder because they're higher percent. It's they can't just run into it and get and floor hug it and punish you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so that's really, really important.
Oh.
And this will help you understand the more singular power of a move. And what's really cool is that number 24, that is the same percent as when your F tilt knocks down as well. That move is busted. Between me and you, that's the secret move that's really, really good. It is very low hit pause, which means when you hit a hard move and the game kind of pauses for a second, the hit lag, right?
Yeah.
When you hit your down B and it's thunk, boosh, and then they move, right?
Yeah.
When you hit F tilt, it's just boosh, and they're going. And it's that's why dash F tilt catches people so often. That last one I hit you with in that game where I was yeah, you're dead. And it was because I was I know you're not DIing it. You're not ready. Because it's a move that hits you and has very little feedback that it's hitting you really hard.
Let's see. Okay.
So that's really important to keep in mind, is these share that. So at the same percent, Like, what I want you to think about is like one down throw tech chase, one down throw confirm, or like a regrab or whatever. You do 30% basically, right? And now both forward air and F tilt are online. They now do exactly what we want them to do now. That makes sense?
Oh, I see.
And that doesn't mean that they're the only buttons we press, because grabbing is still really good, and spacing aerials on shield is still really good, and all this other stuff can still be really good. But then we go further, and we have things like your back air, which now knocks down at 34, and your dash attack, which knocks down at 44. And you see it's like we're slowly climbing up, and we're unlocking more of these moves, and Crag gets scarier and scarier because the value per hit goes up every 10%, basically. That makes sense?
Oh, I see.
And what's really big is understanding like when sour spots start to work. So something like the strong hit of your back air, the first hit of it that hits really hard, that's 26 to 34. But the late hit is 59 to 74. But here's the fun part, is once we hit 74, now it doesn't really matter which hit of it we get, because they're both going to work, and all we have to do is hit confirm and be like, did that hit when I'm pressing it? Did it hit them? Did it hit shield, or did it whiff? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so there's a point where like the moves just work now, and we don't have to like sweat like, oh, I want a back air right now and try to stuff them out, but if I hit the late hit, I'm gonna get floor hugged. It's like, well, they're at 80, and now it doesn't matter. I can just forward air and back air, and both hits just work now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This is what will give us more confidence in the decision making in the buttons we're pressing, and will help us deal with the issue of us sequencing and doing like the same things over and over, because we're defaulting into like what might be good without understanding the context of why is it good. Why does this work or doesn't work? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is a big thing that I want you to start doing, since what's good is you already have a habit of like VOD reviewing, which is fantastic that you've been doing that. Is like what you need to start going out of your way to do is, remember we did what was called demystifying and talking about like certain moves. We need to do that for like certain interactions. And so what you do is you find a situation where you were like, I don't know why this played out this way, or I found it frustrating, or I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. And then what we do is we work backwards. And as we work backwards, we go, okay, so I got hit by Raster up B. We go a step back and go, okay, oh, I up tilted his shield. Why did I up tilt his shield? We go back. Oh, I dash attacked and he floor hugged it, and I tried to up tilt and it wasn't safe because he was at too low of a percent. Boom. We solved it. That makes sense?
You have no idea how many times this happened to me. You have no idea.
No, I super believe it. Hold that thought for 1 second. Hey, Danny. What's up,
yeah,
man? Thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'm really excited for Minecraft this weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun, dude. It's going to be dope.
Those who hold thoughts.
Yeah, this is the idea, is like we work backwards and understand the cause and the effect. Because it's really easy to be like, oh, I just up tilted shield. But it's like, why did I do that? Why did I do that to myself and cause this problem to happen? Because it's like, what did they do and what did I do? Like both ways. And it was like, in that moment, we were like, I dash attacked at a percent where they could floor hug it, so that it wasn't true for me to try to get an up tilt on them. And maybe, and then looking at like, what could I have done differently? And it's like, what could I have done differently from the dash attack? And even as far back as like, what if I didn't do the dash attack at all in this scenario? And it's just like, it's all about reflecting and exploring the agency that we have in that moment, which is the freedom of choice. What different choices could have been made? And what are things we shouldn't do in those moments? Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
No, I don't really have any questions.
Okay. Awesome. How are we feeling right now?
I'm feeling very motivated.
Good. Like I said, it's like we can't solve the game, but we can learn from mistakes. And like what you should do when you're practicing is like, one, like don't play too much. Like the key is the balance of play, talking about the game, and then reviewing and reflecting the game. It's a triangle, and we want to try to balance that as much as possible. And something that you'll benefit a lot from is reviewing and talking about the game. We're missing a lot of game knowledge, like mechanically, to help us problem solve. This is unfortunately a game which has what I like to call the invisible forces. There are mechanics that you can't physically see all the time and understand, like knockdowns, right? We don't understand exactly how and why, but once we understand why now about like involves the weight and things like that, and how certain moves have different knockdowns, we can then start to recognize that. But when you don't see it, you're just like, why did my forward air do nothing? Like, that feels stupid. And like, that never feels good. But once we understand it, we can use it to our advantage, because things like floor hug, we can do back to our opponent. That makes sense?
Yeah.
It goes both ways. A mechanic like floor hug is used defensively and aggressively. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. And that's the same thing with shielding. You could run up and shield, and someone does like a rising aerial, and you could just up smash them and just delete them. But if you run up and shield and they do like a landing spaced aerial and it's like -2, do you know what that means?
They have 2 more frames to act than I do. I think.
It's that technically you have only 2 frames to act before they can. The person shielding. Because if they had 2 more, it would be +2. That makes sense?
Yeah, so if it's minus...
It's how minus
have
it is for that
advantage.
opponent, and it's what the defender has. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Awesome. All right. Any questions?
No. I don't really have any questions.
Okay. Let's do like 1 or 2 more games, and then I think we'll wrap up from there, okay?
Yeah, sure.
I randomly heard my controller disconnect. 1 moment.
Oh, I see. All good. Take
The
time.
curse never ends.
No rush. It never ends.
Are you familiar with my curse?
The curse of controllers.
Every controller I touch is destined to turn to dust.
Damn.
I'm not even like bad with my controllers. I clean them, I take care of them, I keep them in a bag, like everything, but they just hate me. My knowledge has chosen to curse me with every controller wanting me to fail. All right, let's do 2 more games. All right.
Underground
Oh, we got
arena.
it.
Ready? Go!
Nice back air.
Thank you.
Oh,
Wow. So close. Good DI.
thank you. No.
Ooh.
Great regrab.
Thank you.
Uh-oh. Ooh, great nair.
Thank you. I've been trying to nail more since I watched the TV VOD. Bro, he's
Nice.
nailing so much more than I do.
Yup.
I need to start doing that.
Oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. And you saw like game near the end, you like slowed down a little bit, and then you just started just like moving where it's like, no, I'm at really high percent. You need to start threatening, just like straight up grabbing me or doing things like retreating forward air and trying to stuff me out.
Choose your
Don't try to
right.
get fixated on like trying to chase me and kill me, but it's like understand like, why do I hit a forward air? And it's like, oh, I hit you for jumping, I hit you for moving, or trying to whiff punish and do things like grab or like dash attack on reaction. That makes sense?
Let's see.
All right, we'll do one more, all right?
Hyperborean Harbor.
Okay.
Ready? Go!
Ooh, nice back air. Yeah, see, like, that's not true, right? Because the jabs don't knock down. That makes sense.
I see.
Uh-oh.
No,
Uh-oh. I threw in the needle.
so much flub, so much flub.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Oh, I got the achievement.
What? Oh my god! You got it.
I've never done that.
Even during my coaching session. Whoa! Only me. That would only happen to me. Whoa! What the?
I can't believe
I'm
I've never
crying,
had that achievement. That's so funny. I never thought about it. I just don't really press that button like that. Yeah, see, there
Why
you
am
got
I
me for
forward
jabbing.
throwing? Oh my- Wait! Oh
You
my-
got this. You got this. You can get the stock. I believe in you. Yes.
I've got this. Wait, I'm dead? I'm
You're,
so dead?
you're
Yeah.
holy DI. Okay, here's a great rule of thumb,
Let me-
actually. I'm going to teach you a really, really great rule of thumb, okay? Whenever you do an action, try to refrain from holding your stick, okay? So if you were to like do an up tilt, make sure you don't like hold your right stick or hold the stick while you do it. When you roll, don't hold it. We have to find a balance of like trusting our hands to do what we want, because if we don't,
Choose
then
your
things
right.
like that happen a lot. That makes sense.
Yeah, that definitely happens to me sometimes. I'm definitely always holding my stick.
Yeah. Yep. And it's really easy because like because we lack that confidence right now because we're still building it, right? This is normal, but it's something to like be aware of like that happened. Oh, because I held my stick when I input my roll. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's the lesson. All right, my friend. Do we have any final questions for today?
No. I'm more of just like taking it all in.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you ever have any questions, feel free to let me know. I did stream this on YouTube. So if you go to the live tab on my YouTube, you'll see the stream there. That'll be with you and Lone. You'll be in the second half of that.
Right.
So be sure to go check that. And I highly encourage you to rewatch this in a couple days. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. And like I said, if you ever have any questions, come to me. Or I highly encourage you. Remember, I talked about like talking about the game more. In my server, there's the advice channel. Try to go in there after you've gone and like read the drag down stuff. And, you know, let's say hypothetically, you're like, I don't particularly understand how pivoting works. Could somebody help me understand it? You could go there, or you also have the drag down server. They also take questions like that in there too. But yeah, Leo put it best in the chat. You will have questions, and this is a space where you absolutely can ask them, and there is no stupid question ever. This is your first time playing one of these games, and like I said, it's really fucking hard. And so don't have any shame in asking any questions. And there were like lots of things we talked about. You were like, oh, that's how that works. And it's because it's so hard to like intuitively figure these things out.
That's true.
Make sense?
It's a very hard game.
Yes. All right, my friend. Good stuff today.
Yes.
We will talk again soon, all
thank
right?
you. Of course.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Peace, peace. One second, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Did you call me ZB? Sorry, I'm just proofreading something really quick.
Freaking out on the interstate, rolling down the windows, baby. I can't hear a thing you say. And I can feel them staring at me, baby. Do you think I'm doing something wrong? And you got a lot on your mind.
Sorry, guys. I'm hella multitasking right now. Unplug the controller. No! Zaxby's? Dude, I would love Zaxby's right now. Holy shit, that'd go so crazy. I love the way people talk on Twitter. It's so funny.
What it is I cannot tell. I won't be satisfied with anything I've earned. Fear is just a part of love. And one thing I found is love's what you deserve.
Okay. Oh. Yes, they do. Go ahead and type. Somebody type. They fly across the screen. It's awesome. I work at 2 different chicken joints, and I can fact confirm as the chicken authority that Zaxby's is good. Zaxby's is good. Zaxby's is good. There is a level of like Zaxby's is seasoned to right, but like it's one of the chicken places where like the chicken you get is not going to be sitting there. It's just not. Most of the locations are really good. Keyword most. That your food isn't just sitting there under a warm lamp. They're actually cooking it fresh because they're busy. So like Cane's is like that. Cane's isn't this like revolutionary, oh my god, the chicken is so good. It's like, no, dude, it's just not like McDonald's nuggets sitting there for 40 minutes waiting to be sold. It's never that. Because you're going to a place where people are actively sitting in line and actively ordering constantly. What is that emo? Is that a banana? That's mango. Okay. That's awesome, man. Jesus. That Zetterburn one's good. The Typer Flame, I think. Canes only keeps chicken for 6 minutes out the grease. Yeah. And then they literally get rid of it. Like, most of the places follow that stuff. Like, the problem is a lot of fast food places, like, don't. But those are, like, one step up from fast food. Like, dude, I will happily pay more money for Shake Shack because I know that my sandwich and my fries are completely fresh. Every time. Every time. And it's awesome. Oh my god, I have to do something. 1 second. Okay, there you go. Oh, Zeke is addicted to X the Nothing app. No, I'm doing other work. I'm doing stuff for seeding and other things I can't talk about yet. I got cool things coming, guys. There's cool stuff coming, I promise. I promise. I post it on Twitter every year. This is a rabbit hole for me because every July I drop a Thedium fast food tier list. That's awesome, dude. How are you? I'm a little tired. It's been really hot here, so I'm trying to be extra careful with my health. But I've had a good day today. They fixed my electrical in my room today so that my breaker stops popping when my AC is on. Yeah. Hello, CD. Surely you have AC. I do. Thank God. Do I have my air conditioning working? I have a portable AC. I don't know why they don't have AC in the house. That's what's up with that, man. On the Evo character announcement, if it's not Sylvanos, we're living in the wrong universe. We slipped into the back rooms. But no, I genuinely have no idea. They don't tell me stuff like that. For the record, like whenever it comes to like beta or anybody that playtests, like if you're not an actual dev, nobody knows the character until the initial announcement actually happens. That's the fun of it. And it's not so because they want to even up the elements. Dude, you guys are delusional about this evening up the elements shit. Let's look at the story. Let's look at the story. By the way, you're all legally obligated to use code Zeke. And you all owe me a fucking combo meal. If they drop another floaty, oh boy, I hope it's Palm, man. I hope it's Palm. Let the Amanum from the Abyss. Palm will be sitting there playing neutral, and he grabs you. Like, no, dude, I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out if he gets in the game. She will be really cute, and like a lot of her skins will be really awesome. Like, I do think she would be cool, but like, man, would I get mad fighting her? I'd get so mad fighting her. I should probably claim these rewards, hey? That would be really smart. I'm gonna change this because it's hard to read it. The nameplate. What is this one? What is this? What is that? Can someone tell me what this is? I hope it's a character with a strong punish game that gets balanced out with a tricky recovery. My sexuality. That's awesome. All right, we're going back to that. I like being a alleged believer. It makes me happy. Okay, what else we got left here? Partier. We got a good bit left. Awesome. This is sick. I need Evo teasers. Yeah. Is it intersex? I don't know what that flag is. Someone else will know. You guys are smarter than me. Christmas. Purple. Sure, man. Let's do that. By the way, guys, don't forget to use code Zeke. I really resonate with alleged down player. That's a good one. That's a good one. Of course, the fleet main wants to be the alleged down player. Mischievous. That's a good one. We've been trying to come up with some other fun ones. I encourage you guys, by the way, if you come up with really fun ideas for different titles to add, post them on the note board and make a thread about it, or on the subreddit. That's the best place to do it. They are actually looking for more. So if you have a fun idea, go and post it. Yeah, lure. Yeah, the fucking nurse is lure. Dude, isn't it weird that like there's a bird getting hanged on a sweatshirt? It's kind of weird, right? Guys, I want you to know that Trevor also agrees with us that this looks like that. It's Raster being hung. Not this again. This is Orcane's hoodie. Why is Orcane wearing a hoodie that looks like Raster being hung? It's like really weird. We should use that icon. That's a good one. How do I profile icons? Oh, where? There it is. It's just weird, man. I thought it was just a foot fetish. Yeah, please okay that one. Thanks. Thanks, mods. I bumped the mod thing up for the sponsorship, and I've left it because it blocks funny messages that I get to read before chat sees it. So I enjoy that fun little exercise. Need to put the one. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. Rano, the one. Alleged, the one. That's really good. I like that a lot. Big fan of that. Also, I love that they've added more of this dream stuff. They've been putting a lot of really good stuff in the store. I will tell you guys, there is one thing I know, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. But there's one thing I know, and you don't get to know. But when you know, you're going to be so happy. But I know, and you don't know. None of you in chat know. Nobody knows. Literally nobody knows. It's so awesome. No, I do know. I do know something that's really cool that none of you know. And it's awesome. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it. How many do I have? 800? Oh, that means I can buy one. Who should I buy for? I like the Lorena one. Hey, I should buy the Evo skins, shouldn't we? Will we know in the future? Yeah, you guys will know. This is narcissist mindset. I don't understand. What's up with that? Wait, no, I would never use the skin. Why would I buy that? This one's kind of nice. I'm gonna buy the Clarion one. Yippee! You're just making things up and gaslighting us. I would never make things up and gaslight you. I've only ever told chat the truth. I've always been right. One second, we're about to go on a tangent. I'm waiting for let me see if Sandy can come and chat. Give us a really vague hint. Me. Like so vague that you have to make the connection in the future. Yeah. Okay, so Sandy was showing me, guys, that they're putting we're gonna talk about this, okay? This is awesome. Okay, and so what I was explaining to him is this is the same thing that's happening to Magic the Gathering, actually, is that they're doing what's called flanderizing and like leaning too hard into like collaborations where it's like absurd and like it's like out of place, and people really hate it, like really hate it. Some of them are cool, like the Avatar Last Airbender has some cool ones, but like the Marvel ones are like really not great, and like the Miku ones are beautiful, and the Godzilla ones were cool because they like made sense. But then you have Owen Grady, Raptor trainer from Jurassic World, I think. The Final Fantasy ones are cool too. They're pretty, like they're pretty, right? But like some of them are just not good. I don't know if this is real. I'm inclined to believe that this is real. Nah, that's hard. What? It is real. That's awesome. Like, there are ones that are good, like this, where it's like, it's lightning bolt. This makes sense. This is good. And then it's Ellie the Vengeful Hunter. And it just, it feels wrong. Yeah, Hasbro owns all this shit. It's awesome. MLP was one of their first collabs. That's crazy. I forgot that happened. Just so funny, man. Just so fucking funny. Sandy said, and I quote, "Not the game I love, man." You kept buying the skins, bro. You bought John Cena. Because you bought John Cena, it's how we got here. It's just Fortnite slop now. And I'm like, yeah, it has been for a while. Yeah. You bought John Cena. Like, it's your fault that it got here. We have a full Spider-Man set already and a full Marvel set coming out soon. That's crazy. I saw the Spider-Man one, and then the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones weren't that bad. I saw that too. Player base enabled it. Yep, it's your fault. It's your fault. It's just like how it's the Rivals 1 player's fault that we have Lorena. Because they let Lorena win that vote instead of any of the cool characters. So yeah, I bought like 30 crossover skins. Sorry, I'm the culprit. See, that's fine. I also own being the problem. I bought Godzilla in Fortnite. I bought Fry from Futurama. I'm the problem. I know that. You just have to own it. There was no vote. They literally did a vote. What are you talking about? They did a character vote. That was the whole point. Whoa, they literally did a fucking poll. What are we talking about? What do you mean there's no vote? What was the way? How did they pick? It was an internal vote? What? That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. There's no way. There's no way that's real. I don't remember that. That is not what I remember. Are you a Lorena hater? Oh, dude, everything about her. She's really fun to play, but she's probably the second most unfun character to fight in the game. They judged it themselves? Hold up. I don't remember this at all. I'm Googling. We're going back. I don't remember this happening. I swear to God there was a community vote. Am I losing my mind? I talked to Ryan about it. Am I losing my mind? I swear to God there was a community vote. Am I insane? What the fuck? What the fuck? All right, see you later, Sandy. What? Hold up.
Do you want to see more original characters in Rivals 2?
Hey guys.
Well, we gave creators that chance with the Rivals 2 Steam Workshop contest. Creators had 6 months to create an original character, with the winner being officially added to Rivals 2.
Armando, man.
Our development team played and reviewed over 80 submissions and ranked our favorites based on gameplay, visuals, and lore. Along with our winner, we chose 4 honorable mentions.
Fuck. You're right. I swear to God, I thought there was a community vote. I'm a hater. I'm just a fucking chud hater. It's Trevor's fault. It was never our choice. That's awesome, man. Blame Dan. Yeah, we'll blame Dan and Trevor. Actually, that gives me fuel. I'm gonna tell Dan that he is seated below Ludwig because he put Lorena in the game and not fucking Badra, who's like actually cool, like actually a cool character, or Helios. Instead we got this freak. Oh my God, I'm so mad, dude. I'm so mad, dude. Oh my God. Stupid bird, man. I don't care about the bird, man. Yeah, Badra was by far the coolest character. By far the coolest. This one was broken, Owatsu. I'm glad it wasn't Owatsu. That one was gonna break the game. Was that Raster too? Probably. Just probably. It's a guy who's a bird, man. I don't know. The bug artists. Dude, you can't say that. You can't. You can't say that when you have like a clown PFP. You can't talk like that. Yes, I can. I'm one of them. Oh. That's not judgment, that's peer review. Yeah. Oh, I hit my desk. Fuck. Lorena is a character for people who claim Bug Fables is good. Dude, it's Bug Fables' fault. I don't know what Dan and Trevor were thinking when they were like, yeah, you could just DI. You can't just DI her Darren Bear. So you can DI, but you can't SDI. You used to be able to SDI the throw, but then it didn't work. That was the problem. No, that was awesome. I heard Bug Fables is really good. It's an illusion, man. I'm losing it. Alright, when's my next session? At 5? Okay. I might end stream here. Because I am going to do this next stream